Actually, we did it. You're misinformed there, Krista.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's the deal?
We are sharing with our vault holders and our members our daily meetings to help inspire them.
But isn't it going to be broadcast live somewhere?
No. Except if you log in and click on the link in our announcements channel.
Oh, I thought that you made an announcement that we're going to share it live. That's why I was concerned.
Nope. Reread it. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry about that. I was like, no. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
See, I will be moving these instruments soon, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I can ask for clarification.
That would be nice.
Right. Did you sneak hands out?
Yep, right now. Come on, come on. We're streaming.
How are you today?
That's super intense for me last night.
Is it?
It's a comfy one too. It's got the armrest. You didn't hear out there.
Yeah.
It's only gonna be like $40.
So just so people are prepped, we're gonna do the 1-round game again today. Yesterday and today, and we'll start with the meditation whenever Rhea decides to join us. In that meantime, if there's anything people feel like is group relevant that we want to share or also ask questions, generally coordinate, feel free. We are live to our friends. On the announcements.
I had an activity if we have time for it that I thought would be nice to do an appreciation. So we'll just go around.
That sounds good. Could we wrap the end with that? Like a little gratitude wrapping with a bow? Is that good stuff? Daniela.
No, I didn't hear. I usually sit on the floor, like just lately I've been like lazy and sitting in a chair.
Well, we're still waiting for Leela. One thing I wanted to maybe share that Leela said it was actually really important that I share with everyone. So why not now? And that's the basically I'm putting 15K and another like 40K worth of our keys into a website experience redesign overhaul. And thought I should check in with you all about it. And so if you guys want me to just share it briefly with the experiences. What's up, Gogi?
Will this happen before the launch or after?
Before it.
So you want to do a big investment and then potentially a whole nother rehaul? Wouldn't after the ICO?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that the money gonna
we're gonna rehaul this thing so many times before it's done.
Sure. I just didn't know if you really wanted to do a big one if that many keys was. That's all.
Oh yes, because it'll help us get more of the initial funding during the ICO.
Well, I'm excited.
Already next level.
Totally, I'm going because that makes my ICO better when you website. Okay, cool.
What's up, Deborah? See
You
you.
got this.
Can you?
Just waking up.
Is there like a time that we can?
We're talking about websites. Thanks for being here, Deborah.
Is there a possible time that we can talk about kind of the overall budget and the plan for it?
We can go into more detail, and I felt like right now just briefly sharing it with you all. So let's launch into that.
Thank you.
We're gonna have the main page, which is yet to be designed, and we want to make it look very much like an ICO, like a mixture of like we love that. We don't want to be too much like that Python one, but they nailed it. I loved it. Let's
Byron.
Let's take their bestness and combine it with some of our uniqueness, and then from there, when I want the experience or like the enter or like the join button to go into this, we're building. If Andy chooses, I'm talking with him today and actually making a payment, so it's not totally sealed yet, but it has all the lineups of that. He's gonna do a 90-second animation for us for maybe like $10,000 to $30,000 worth of our keys. And he's like he works for Disney. He's an 8-person agency that works for Disney, so it's like top level. And that's going to be an experience of like people following this avatar around through 3 different scenes, like a jungle scene, a desert scene, and a valley scene. And that's and in each scene they like explore nature. They're with their friends. It happens very quickly. They hang out in an eco village, and then they have a party. And then at the very end of the whole sequence, he goes from a party where he's like the main we're trying to make the character non-gender identifiable and non-racially identifiable, just like the Vegas kind of something everyone can relate to. And then they plant a tree. The tree becomes they plant a seed. The seed becomes a tree. The tree, and at the end of that animation, now the character is looking at these 3 animated avatars and is having a conversation with them. It collects their account data, they sign up, they go to our newly revamped home center that I outlined here. So basically we're doing this thing where when they sign up, it'll automatically show their profile page, their name, their region, their keys balance, their keys credits balance. They'll have some keys credits immediately available to them. And then these down here are going to be episodes. And the first episode they already watched. And to get to the next episode where they go and they meet and they have another video animation sequence or something fun that happens where they get to again engage with this tree and a man and a woman, or thinking a white woman with red hair and a brown man who's otherwise relatively undistinguishable and very easy to relate to. Are the 3 avatars we want to go to combined with the tree in the middle. And overall, we're actually going to have it so when people click the chat button on the bottom right, and this won't launch with beta, but I can implement it probably within a month or 2 after, you can literally talk to the AI, and then whenever the AI responds, you see the avatars literally say that. So it's like you're talking to these 3 characters, and you can ask them questions, you can type it in. If we hire voice actors, you'll be able to hear it too.
So there's going to be AI in the app and the website?
Yeah, there already is, but it's going to be linked to an avatar. Well, right now the AI, it routes you out to Facebook to have the conversation with the AI, but I'm going to take it and put it into a chat that's directly embedded into the page. And then it'll look to the avatars. Yeah.
Sorry.
And then, so right now, the user experience in the home center drags them around the page when they push on the icons on the left-hand side. Now there'll just be these 5 buttons that will be labeled to some extent. There's this empty space in the middle is where those sections will appear or disappear. And my thoughts are too, when they don't click anything, it's just this cool animated like scene of like this epic scene, and there's just like living creatures moving around in it, and it's fun. And there's the 3 avatars right there, and you're like, "What's up?" But then you click on a button like a game, right? You're just watching it. That's just what it sits on. But then you click on a button, and then it pops out, and then each of these will actually have buttons inside of them to make it even easier. Like when you click on Keys Engagement Center, it'll just 2 more buttons pop up, and it's like spend keys. Or buy or obtain keys, and then you click on that button, and then you have all your options to get keys, or all of your options to spend keys within that. Same thing for all the other ways the home center is laid out right now. As far as all those sections, how they look, that'll all be redesigned. And in fact, that's what I need help with for all of this. And everything I'm explaining is, I have the animators, I have the back-end designers. We need like a unified front end, and that's specifically its colors, its fonts, and its font placement and size. It's a thing that I'm not working on here. Plus, also, I'm open to like modified suggestions on places to move the buttons.
Yeah, there's a whole marketing.
But it'll have to happen after this initial framework is built out. So just understand this is what we're going with for now. We can upgrade it later. And then, so my thought is to make like maybe around 9 episodes, and between every episode, you make them accomplish something. And the other thought is that I'm going to have on-screen demo material where when the first time the user comes here, when they're out of the video, they can choose to say, do you want a tutorial? You know, our 3 heroes will pop up and say, do you want a tutorial on this? And you can click yes. They'll walk you through an onboard grid where like lots of things darken out, and then there's one thing that's still lit up, and then it's them right next to it with a chat bubble talking about it. So it's like first thing, oh, look over here. This is your user profile. Does this look like you? Did we do that right? If not, upload an image through this button. Da-da-da. And then it's like, oh, this is your name, right? This is your region you're from. This is your keys balance, your keys credit balance. And what does that mean? And we can even talk about what, like, a little more on what keys are, a little more on what keys credits are for just one little sentence. And then we'd be like, up here is where you'll get to your keys engagement center or your media center. And actually, and then these ones are going to be locked. And then we'll also talk about the tutorial or the character development area.
What's locked?
They don't have access to work or vault holder yet. Also, they don't have access to episodes 2 through 9. And at the end of the little animated tutorial of the first, like when they show you this, it says, and to unlock your next episode, you have to go over to your tutorial tab and complete Academy 1. After you complete Academy 1, we'll see you again. And then take them through every single element of every system in the Earth Nation, more or less. And my thought is, after an initial gridlock path, where they learn the basic systems, they then get to choose their path, and having 3 paths: the party path, the I don't know what we want to call this one, but like access, sharing access, basically the investor class, but we don't want to use those words, and then the work with us pathway. And as a user, you can choose all 3 pathways, but not at the same time. You have to, like, the first time you engage with us in the story, it's like you got to pick one path and walk down it to a certain point before you can go back and then pick another path from that same place. Or you never have to. You can just like work with us as a party member. Well, that's like sponsored organization or nonprofit or what's up, John? What's up, Doug?
What's up, family? How are you?
Can you repeat that?
What's up, family? How are you?
Yo, hello, John. Good morning. We've got I'm here. We've got Krista Kaya right here. Tuva, Daniela, Doran, Kiana, Prism,
Yeah.
Noogie,
So much.
and Leela. And so,
Everybody I love, all in the same family. Beautiful.
and we have Doug here too. Thanks for joining us, Doug. I see you've been very present with us, and I look forward to getting to know you a little more.
Yeah, how are we all doing this morning?
Woo! Yeah.
Awesome.
New day.
I got my fast internet installed this morning, so no more trying to run off the phone.
Yay!
We're doing it.
Beautiful. Thanks for being here so much. We are going over our new website overhaul experience, and then we're going to drop into a meditation. We're going to do a 60-second round game where we talk about what we did with the EN yesterday, what we're doing with the EN today. You guys can join us for that if you'd like. Yeah, that's what we're doing this morning. Thanks for being here. Since Leela is here, and I felt like that was the general. That's just the general overall. I haven't actually planned out how exactly the users are going to get taken through everything. And what I just explained to you is where it's going to end before our beta. I'm not going to have scenes like 3 through 9 made. I'll be lucky if we have scenes 1 through 2 done. And by that, I mean scene 2. We're definitely going to have scene 1, but that might be the end of it by the time we go beta. But that's the whole overall idea. We'll just like make scenes like a second at a time. It'll be part of our beta. It's like as new scenes open up with new feature functionalities and new websites. So just getting our users like excited about, oh my god, scene 2 comes out in 5, like however many days, and have a countdown time as we release them is the rollout strategy. And then before we're done with the whole thing, there's going to be an element where we're actually going to literally turn it into a game that will be playable on some levels. And at that point, my intention is to partner with other games and have basically put games in games, which with modern day architecture is so easy to do. And we can have your main avatar character that you customize basically experience, like going through this like little mini model world we make and experiencing other portals of other websites and other games, and then basically accruing some form of credit that's spendable for something that is really fun. That's all. The plan.
I already found 3 games like a couple weeks ago. I was like, all we got to do is get some sponsors for these games and partner with them. And we can have a whole huge arcade of just people playing games and getting paid.
Right. Kind of like there's sites like Newgrounds and stuff. This is like kind of an element of, instead of like on a much smaller version on a much higher quality, because like anyone can submit a Flash game to Newgrounds, so this would be like much higher quality games only, and then they get free traffic, which is like hell yeah. None of them are like any of them will say yes to that. You're just gonna give us more free users for free. But yeah, so not to tangent out too far, I think we want to pull it in now and start with our daily morning meditation. Thank you all for listening to our strategy. Glad there's some excitement about that. And we'll go more in depth later today for those that want to be involved. Yeah, we just want to maybe open it up to.
Do you want to try the regular day? Short meditation?
Sure.
Like 5 minutes?
Sure. You can lead it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
Share some of your shaman medicine.
Monkey medicine.
At some point, I'd like to maybe go meditation. That's popped into my brain. Maybe tomorrow.
Do the thumbs up. Turn to the left. So that creates that circle where you open your hands. That way you know the circuit's always one giving, one receiving. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Turn to the left. Open the hands. Should have been in that kind of.
Do you want us to go here?
Nah,
Meditation?
okay, let's actually. Yeah. I forgot we're meditating, so that would be. Let's just drop in this beautiful environment, space. Let's begin. Out here in this ancient rainforest with these big trees and the lakes and the rivers and the water, just tuning in to the earthly elements and remembering that we are of this earth. We're getting way out there in the cyber, transhuman, avatar realms, and at the end of the day, we're still earth. These trees and this air. Just giving thanks for this beautiful space that we have, this home, safe roofs over our heads, kitchen, communal spaces, bathrooms, water, showers. We all have computers and vehicles. We're truly royalty on the planet. And because of that, a lot of us have woken up to realize it's our mission here to take these gifts and this blessing of being the fluent Western avatars. And just really picturing all the tools we need from our guides and angels and creator being given to us without question, just a matter of asking. No doubts, turn fears into awarenesses. Just picture us here in this nice, moist, watery bubble with these trees and just kind of melt into the pure raindrop, turn into the lake, the ocean, and just dissolve for a minute and just feel that state. Breathing in the moisture into your body, circulating the water and air, bringing health to all the cells in our bodies, vibrant life and chi. All blocks removed, all of our organs healthy and strong. We command perfect crystal structures into all of our cells and bodily fluids. We operate at our highest ease and grace and patience, rising into our highest form of awareness with our thoughts, words, and actions.
That was a really good one. Wow. Totally put me into a trance. Very
Cool.
Yeah. Yes, good morning. Good morning. Sequence of events. I want to do the round game. Did we want to? I think we kind of got our talking out this morning. Do we just want to jump into the rounds that we did yesterday? Sure. We can like spin this way and then also include anyone with us usually at the end of it.
Can you guys hear it? Can they hear okay?
Can you guys hear us all right? Yeah. My content is pretty good. Yesterday was for me about a lot of partnerships. It's about the animators and the people I'm hiring on Upwork. Super excited to just have a fat cash budget right now, so I don't have to dig around and try to find semi-philanthropic programmers to kind of work part-time. Just hiring some of the smartest people out of third world countries right now. And yeah, I'm actually hiring 5 people at this particular moment. One of them is on the freelancing store, one of them is on the Amazon Key store, one of them is on the animations, one of them is on the home center, one of them is me working on all the other things and putting it all together. And beyond that, there's a couple of really epic level partnerships like with Skylabs, NDA, and then also working on this ICO thing, and then a lot of other really little things. That's what I'm doing, and I forgot to time myself, so we have
I'm doing 30 seconds.
a minute
If we need it.
if you need it.
Shouldn't be. Okay. I worked on some like Slack messaging, dealing with some of the teams in the internet digital realm to help everybody feel like they were really in on what we're doing here because so much energy is here. So I spent a good amount of time connecting, helping people get some things sorted out, keys and things. Worked with Krista Kaya to give a nice some creative direction, editing, alignment, so we can take the video to the next level of finalization. Connected with Gogi a little bit with the ICO, started working on a little bit more of the ICO paper. And then I spent maybe 3 hours and I made 6 different memes and 2 articles to roll out to Steam it when we're ready. So they're just sitting here ready to go. So that's exciting. And that was yesterday.
Ooh. Yay, I had a full day. Mainly the first thing with preparing for the ICO is putting all these pieces of the offers we have to people to help us together and starting to send out emails to them, and on paper and in my head just start coalescing all of this down into like a laser point so we really know who's going to help us and this and that. And then did the video for PayPal, which was really cool. Felt like my first part of Earth Nation, officially like coming in, making a good video, learning the software for Zoom, which took a moment. Now that I got that down, I'm ready to just start charging out videos, helping people do what Leela did for me. So we're good.
Yesterday I worked on Steam It team stuff, and things organized and ready. Did a lot of channeling yesterday and made significant jumps on getting website content ready.
Great. Yesterday, sent to Tiana, Dakota, the computer.
Yesterday, followed up on some of my leads, personal leads and leads from the permaculture convergence. I met with Ashley and Greg, who are coming out next week. Here, Ashley's going to be working with me on curating memes with articles and setting that up for both Steam It and our marketing department. And Greg is working on Reddit and Steam It stuff. I've been meeting with Bill from Maui Salt and Sage, who does video production, and working with him on all the ways that we can play with him. We can submit articles to his publication anytime, so we're solidifying that relationship, and we can submit now as well. Yep. Okay.
All right. My name is Doran. There you go. Yes. Okay. I'm managing the Earth Nation Crew Gmail account, making sure every single person is being handled correctly, not being dropped. Within all the permaculture 100 contacts we made, and within the 300 eco villages, overseeing that that's going to be done by today. That every single permaculture person in eco village will at least have gotten their first contact, if not their second contact, which is those texts, those after 2 days follow-up texts. Also did some major channelings with Tuva and Gogi for ICO and for expanding out our eco village expansion plan and whatnot. And I think that's about it for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. I actually working through different things. I went to academy, 2 and 3 almost initial shooting. And what else I did? Possibly tomorrow we'll be getting maybe our first free card. I have an appointment tomorrow with a dealer that wants to follow up with us and maybe help us on that process. That's what I've been working on. And then also my herbs in the kitchen, the food, and finally I went through almost all my message. They were behind since the permaculture convergence. I had like so many. And I worked with Krista doing video. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniela.
And you?
I'm Tuva. Let's see here. Worked with Doran on masterminding ambassador outreach plan, as well as the sponsorships, some strategy around sponsorships and strategic alliance building. Cody was part of that. So met with Danielle a little bit and brainstormed about some love cycle projects. Worked with Kaya a little bit on the video throughout the day. Forging alliances with New Earth Nation. Sasha Stones asked that I bring clear blueprints as to how we can collaborate and merge networks, and he's very good with that. Yeah, Byron, I'm engaged with, and we'll be setting up meetings with two of their top people next week. Reached out to Rising Appalachia for PR for the next 2 days, and OSHA's marketing director is willing to basically guide, lead, and integrate us into their network. They're already built in network and pretty much hold a pillar for our launch. So we're nurturing that stuff. Few other things, but that's also it. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
Yesterday, hello. Yesterday, I worked on the video. I got the video and got feedback. I filmed Daniela, and I guess is it. I thought I had one more thing. That's what it.
Thank you. Really excited for that video. Yeah. All right. Wow. Busy crew here. Does anyone like to add what they did for the EN yesterday?
Of course, man. Yesterday was my financial education webinar, which was so fun.
Okay, man.
Focusing on my favorite subject lately. But even preparing for it was just, super cool because, just honing my skills and getting more details on everything. And then the follow-ups with everybody afterward, man, so many people were following up with me, and I had such great conversations. And man, yesterday the stuff I'm working on behind the scenes, guys, is pretty incredible. The tools and programs and stuff that we're going to have our access to is going to be off the hook, man. So it was really great to follow up with most of you and get the ball moving in some form or fashion. Funding, credit repair. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. Is there and in this room, is there anyone who has like another action point they need to take to keep going in the program?
Let's see. I pretty much got some responses this morning on a couple things, so I think we're good right now.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Making sure we're all on it. You got like 12 people ready for the program, John.
Oh, it's great.
Roll it through. Does anyone else want to share what they did with the EN yesterday? Doug or Deborah?
Yeah, I'll share. I went over the blockchain wallet thing yesterday, and I was kind of diving into that. Found a Bitcoin miner, started mining Bitcoins or Satoshis, and getting my computer organized so that I'm better able to transition between the different facets of Earth Nation and the different web links that I need to have in my bookmarks and things like that. And just working on it, getting organizing my focus on where I need to focus more. We've been working on a humanitarian group or team that we will be proposing to add to the Earth Nation teams. So I'll go into that further at another time.
Beautiful. Thank you, Doug. Sounds very exciting.
So I got to go take my daughter to school, guys. I got to run here, but so great seeing you. I'm so thankful that you included me.
Love you, John.
Perfect. I feel connected now. Move on with my day.
Hey, John, before you go, I want to let you know I did hear from the Maui landowners, so I'd love to touch base with you in the next few days about maybe touching base with them on the ground.
Please do. That'd be great.
All right.
Look forward to it. All right. Talk to you guys soon.
Ciao.
Later.
See ya, John.
Bye.
Did you want to share a moment, Deborah?
Yeah, I'm kind of working with Doug on this this humanitarian thing as well. Also, trying to formulate the embodiment team more and try to form it into words to put on paper. And I'm having an issue with my internet right now. It's not letting me go to certain websites for some reason. So I'm not sure what's going on with it. But if I left Doug with my phone number just in case nobody sees me, and I can at least communicate if something happens to my internet.
You can call into Zoom meetings, Deborah, as well. You'll be able to call into each one.
Also,
I'm sorry, say that again, Doug.
You'll be able to call in on your phone to Zoom meetings so that you can at least listen in. And she's more than just being part of the humanitarian team. She brought me onto it as well as Anu, and I brought 3 other members on since. So we'll be working on this team. Go ahead, Deborah. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine. I'm kind of being put in this position. Anu has requested that I become his voice, but I'm still finding my voice. So it's like I'm being pushed to really find my voice and also be somebody else's.
Part of being a hero or royalty. We speak for those that are not heard. Cheers.
Absolutely.
For helping you rise into that, Deborah. We see you. Thanks for being here with us and for learning to speak more clearly and loudly. All right, cool. Good first round.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to go to the next round. Today I am just managing and hiring. I want to hire another full-time graphic designer to be like on like lifetime retainer, and also make sure I'm on time. And I'm trying to also figure out how we can take all this energy and intelligence we have here in this physical group and how we can connect that with everyone we have in our vault holders. So that's something that I am really actively working on right now, because we have a lot of other players who are in the room with us and are physically in the room with us. And we just went through several weeks of like paying zero attention to that. We really grounded in and bonded as a team, like most of us here. And I want to like feel that same kind of like team level with like all of our vault holders now. And instead of feeling like there's like the HQ team and then there's like the vault holders and this and that, really bringing in that unified field. And I think that's what's going to inspire more participation. People ultimately, they come to us to connect with us. If we're not there to connect with them, they don't really engage as much. So that, and then also just being like a beam of dedicated focus to help everyone find their place of highest synergy within the Earth Nation, and whatever is their like greatest joy, but maximum just like synergistic give and receive points. Thank you. A bunch of partnerships.
Well, I want to really dive into the white paper today and really do some good writing. I feel really inspired for that right now for the ICO. I want to connect with Prism a little bit about this website design, make sure we're on the same page. And I would love to just check in with you, Doran, about some stuff with the Eco Village Cruise, what you guys, the next level, what you guys are like manifesting with your strategy. I want to keep making articles and memes for Steam It. I'm on fire with that, like super marketing Earth Nation articles coming from me. It was really fun. I also contacted OSHA yesterday, and we're going to talk today about potential for this hemp partnership and see if we might be going to Missouri and checking that out like next week. So we're going to be getting all tighter on the reality of that. It's an important piece. And then I'm going to order some things for the Amazon gift cards today for the team to be happy and healthy for the winter. Finally. That's it.
I have a Zoom call with Donald Trump at 11 to give him Earth Nation's final ultimatum. Either surrender peacefully or that's tomorrow.
May I be invited?
Yeah, it'll be a conference call. We wanted to see our force. Today is focusing all on the ICO and the white paper and just beginning to picture what the content in the ICO website is going to look like. It's going to be separate than Earth Nation's website, but very easy, graceful, but full of good content in creative ways. So I'll be chiming in with everybody always throughout this process, because I'm just getting bits of info from everybody's expertise in this and combining it. And that's it. It's just lots of research, still connecting dots, lots of prep work is going into this, because I still got to get dialed with you all in order to really prepare the ICO properly. So
I'm going to keep on channeling website content.
I'm going to, did we do this round already?
this is what we're doing
today. I am doing creative work today. Curating the articles with the memes, with the photos, and having fun like Leela is. And, also preparing some articles for Elephant Journal, for Maui Salt and Sage, and also I'm not sure where I'm going from there. Getting ready to possibly travel to go to the street team for a couple of days for Rising Appalachia in Portland. And yeah, and then whatever rolls out from there, following up with John.
Yeah, that's a good bundle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Yeah, it seems like it might be a Portland trip between the three of us and a national trip between the two of them to hit Rising Appalachia and do a lot of ambassador grounding in Ashland and in Portland in a big way. Today for me, I've got a healing with Prism, 5 p.m. I'm managing emails today, making sure they're all getting replied to and sending out emails. I'm doing texts, making sure everyone gets their follow-up texts. Academy 1, I'm at 35%. So if I get any free time, I'll work on that. Continuing the strategy with Gogi and with Tuva on ICO whenever needed, as well as on Eco Villages and Ambassadors as we dial in like the big plan for properties and such. So That's about it. Yeah. Also emails and texts. Managing that.
Thank you, Dorian. For me, it depends. Like, if my computer arrives today, I might go pick it up finally. Dorian's been using my computer, so I really don't have a computer to use right now. Meanwhile, I'm gonna finish my academy through my phone, just sit down and finish that. And then I plan on going through more messages and finish finally all my replying using my phone also. And probably herbs, and I'm cooking dog's food today, like kind of different activities on my day. Thank you.
Let's see here. Hopefully, get the mind mapping of strategy mastermind that we drafted up yesterday on a spreadsheet with Doron. Planning Ashland trip, have meeting with Peace Jam and Eugene, meeting with Star Tribe tomorrow, meeting with OSHA tonight, to link with Rising App and Star Tribe and just in the round them all in together and create a little energy hub, spin, make a little spin happen, and link with, yeah. So we got another bid in the Palace of Glass. So I'm gonna follow through with the actual bid, not just placing the downline, but actually got a bid for a project. So we're getting more details fleshed out for that, and follow through with some with Valentine, Mikhail, still in correspondence with linking, doing the boat holder reach out. And anything else? Oh, Pirates of the Sun, really cool project that I was involved with, reality TV show, Nat Geo thing. They're floating down the Mississippi River, the first thing to do the whole Great Loop, and they're willing to actually any of us could go on the boat, report live from the Raw. The final party is on Jimmy Buffett's island. So they're doing the first solar boat to ever complete the whole Great Loop. So he's open to us having Zoom call with them and just like playing with their audience, which is really fun. Yeah, that's some of the plans. And following through with Pyron and always nurturing relations with Sasha. So
Right, I'm gonna contact my inner circle people. There's a spreadsheet with everyone's inner circle people listed under the Gmail group G drive. I'm gonna follow up with contacts from the culture gathering a little bit. Prism, I'd love to hear that meeting, Leila, between you and Prism with the website, so I can be on the same page. Because then after the video, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of, I'm in the contest, so I'd like to see that, hear that. And we could record anything if other people in the contest want information and want to get all that from you too, essentially. I'm gonna work on the intro video. I'm gonna work on another short promo video with all the stuff that we did. I'm hoping to be able to get it done today by the time we leave, and we can use the Home Center landing video. I did all the prep work for that last night. I want to clean the brown house. We're leaving to Ashland probably this evening, and I don't know if anyone else wants to join. But anyway, and the toilet in the brown house is messed up downstairs. And invite 5 people for onboarding. The show for Friday. That's
I'm gonna add that in my list. Friday show.
That's tomorrow. This week.
All right, cool. We all feel complete. Oh, you want to do a round of gratitude, Kai?
I have a couple questions.
Okay.
2 things. Earth Nation Constitution. I've made it clear to the writing team that we want to have something done by beta launch. And everybody's sort of on board, but we're not really pushing it right now. Kind of wanted to wait to see what the white paper looked like and the mission vision for the ICO. And we're also collecting other materials from other people's constitutions to kind of take a look at it and then solidify. But I wanted to just have this group know that, so that if anybody wants to collaborate or help or support in
When you
that.
say a constitution, what do you really mean?
What do you mean by that? Is it rules or is it guidelines? Is it valid?
It's a declaration of sovereignty. It's a declaration of who we are and what we stand for. And it's basically, like any other constitution.
Well, in this, if I may, as we're developing these micronation statuses, each micronation declares universal principles by which everybody adheres to, and what that does is it legally creates a treaty, leaving the old system and the humanitarian declaration of Nuremberg into a new system. So by doing that, and if you check out New Earth Nation, if you go in there, I highly recommend signing the treaty.
I did that years ago.
Part of the integration process could be, and with everyone's approval, we could literally adopt aspects of the International Tribunal for Natural Justice, which is this really big deal about bestowing natural rights upon every human. It was signed into effect. It's legit. It's super real. So there's pieces that I'm totally tuned in on helping. We met yesterday a little bit. So, just to make it clear,
I'm just getting clear as to what you guys mean by constitution. That word for me is not the right word, and now I get what it is.
Could be a treaty.
So yeah.
You can call it constitution.
I don't.
It has a different
Yeah, I don't believe in that word.
historical meaning.
Anyway, I think it's an important project, and I just wanted to know that it's on the table if anybody wanted to be
And is it
involved
being given keys for it? Is it a group?
Oh, we're working on it as a writer team, so nothing has been said about keys, but I would think that everybody who participates in it would get something.
Yeah, so let's just check in about that.
Yeah, we have a.
And I want to have something to say about it.
I've written a lot of this stuff for all my businesses and groups. So.
How about the reconstitution?
Okay, and then just the other one thing to really quickly is, as I'm going through the onboarding process, I'm getting a lot of questions and people not understanding what cryptocurrency is. So I'm wondering if we're going to be collaborating on having educational stuff on cryptocurrency.
It's in the tutorial. If you go into the tutorial 1, there's a whole video about it.
Okay, I'll do that again, but most of these people that are coming into this block and want to know more about cryptocurrency have already been to the academy.
I can do pretty quickly now some really nicer update tutorial videos with that Zoom software. So we just have a bunch, not a bunch, but a lot of like 3-minute videos.
And I was also thinking about referring them to John's financial meeting to find out more. Would that be a place? No.
He goes into crypto. He doesn't, not every time, but this last one, this last one, it was all about crypto. I think John loves talking about crypto and would be happy to facilitate any crypto questions.
Okay, maybe I'll
He
just
seems to be
respond
including that
personally.
into a lot of his talks now too.
That might get to be too much.
Oh, it'll blow people off the hinges, yeah, a little bit. If they're just super new and they're like, they get that's probably too big of a download. Need something in between.
You can probably find a few good YouTube videos.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a few good YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I have like 12 of them actually on the home center. So you
Okay.
can tell them to check that
Make
out.
our own, or
Yeah, I already have like an hour of crypto content on animated format on just different cryptocurrencies and blockchains.
Where is it at?
All in the home center.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the video section
Video
and
at the
media
top,
center.
and then it's right under the big video. Now there's all the videos.
So when Krista wants to do a round of gratitudes.
I was hoping that maybe we could just go around the circle and hear this meditation from last night, and everybody just quickly say one thing they appreciate about each person.
each person's going to say that about each person, because that could take them out.
No, just like I appreciate that Dakota is so on top of his game and he's working hard. Mina says something to appreciate. I know it's going to take just like less than 3 minutes probably, but I think it's important.
I just like the thought of this thing like at night, maybe. I know it's hard to
It's new moon tonight, so we definitely gonna have the ceremony. Whoever wants to participate.
Maybe if you want to do that, Krista, I'm open to it. And then I'm open to share some general things I'm grateful for and for the group too. And then we can just go around and you can say what you feel grateful for personally or generically or individually, whatever you like. How about that? Okay.
I'm grateful that you're such a hard worker. Leela, I'm grateful that you're such a good leader and your quality of clarity. Grateful that you're here, Goody. Like, Prism, I'm grateful for your groundedness, your clarity. I'm grateful for your spirit. You have so much to share here. And I get to be here. Doran, I'm grateful for your friendship, your sweet attitude. I'm grateful for your shamanistic ways and your connection with the earth and your ability to be open-minded and sweet. Tuba, I'm grateful for your all that you're bringing to the table. And
Okay. I am grateful for life and for breath and for every single person here for choosing to rise beyond everything we've ever known, and to choose something that we don't yet know again. Thank you so much for that bravery. I'm so grateful for our bravery. Yes.
I'm grateful for the amount of passion and dedication and care that people have for this mission. I wouldn't be here any other way if there wasn't people that were fully like on the enthusiasm team for what we're doing. It's a big difference from the old paradigm of just showing up for a job. I'm grateful for that passion and commitment, devotion and dedication.
Yeah, I'm just grateful to be here with everyone and add my part and learn and evolve and be part of such a good mission.
I'm grateful to be teamed up with people who share the same vision to get that fun work.
I'm grateful for the capacity of love in this field. I'm grateful for knowing that I can soar as well as fall.
Krista Kaya, thank you so much for allowing us to use your car. It's been really helpful. Thank you so much. Dakota, thank you so much for being willing to receive feedback and being vulnerable at times and really just growing like all of us are. And thank you so much for that. Leela, thank you for stepping into your power and using that voice. And I see you stepping into leadership in a big way. So thank you for stepping up, and it's going to help us all a lot. So thank you. Yogi, thank you so much for coming here with this big piece. And thank you for being here. Prism, thank you so much for just being a great brother and helping me with financial stuff. It's super. I just want to honor that, your open-heartedness today. Tiana, thank you so much for expressing. Thank you so much for really speaking that truth and bringing that fire up and out. Thank you so much. Daniela, you already know everything I could possibly say right now. But thank you for just taking care of me always and all the medicines, everything. From your heart, thank you. Love you. I love all of you. And Tuba, thank you so much for just being that like mirror to me and the visioning and channeling and like just masterminding all this stuff. Thank you. Love you guys too. Thank you, Deborah, for laughing and smiling and being present, and you're perfect. Thank you, Doug, for just showing up and just stepping in and bringing it. Love you guys.
I'd like to share my gratitude.
Go for it.
I'd like to.
Oh. Interesting timing. You froze. We can't see you.
Keeping me interested in what could be, because when you first come into a Zoom, you're like, what are these people doing? And the energies that you have, Dorian, are great. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for everybody that's sitting at headquarters and all the things that you do individually and collectively. I'm grateful for all of that, and grateful that we have the opportunity to have open minds and be able to see outside the box of normality and what we were all taught to see, and be able to have this and be able to and do this. I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug.
Likewise, we're grateful for you, Doug. Thank you. And we're also grateful for that laugh, Deborah. Wow, it's so contagious. What a special ability you have.
I'm grateful for being here. I'm grateful for all of you. I can't wait to actually meet you in person. I long to be with like-minded people, and I feel like I'm almost alone out here. But I know I'm not. But I'm grateful I have a roof over my head, and I'm safe, and I'm grateful that people are waking up. Grateful that things are starting to come into the physical.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel.
And I am
I
also
love
grateful.
all of you.
Today, people. That's what I'm grateful for. Today, all we got to be here among change makers, people that really want to make a difference and love what they do and appreciate each other. This community right here, right now. This second is all it is. And I want to thank you, all of you, for taking the time and being here with us and supporting this amazing universe. Loving you very much.
Yeah, I just wanted to also share my gratitude for Deborah. If it hadn't been for Deborah in helping me to understand, and I helping her to understand, we wouldn't be proceeding in the manner that we have been and that I have been able to achieve without Deborah. So I'm very grateful for Deborah.
Deborah, I think you may be like the most persistent like video person we have. Like you've been showing up to like almost every meeting for like.
I'm holding space, dear. I'm holding space. I am behind you 100%. You feel like my children.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. Yes, we are all family here.
And I'm very proud of all of you.
Oh, likewise, Deborah. We are proud of you.
Thank you, Daniel.
All right, and Kuba.
I'm grateful for you guys, Doug and Deborah. Thank you, expanding the branches of a tree. I'm grateful for you, Dakota, for your freaking hit the ground flying approach to implementing solutions and grounding visionary wording into practical, applicable, and tactical solutions. Leela, I'm grateful for your inspired, guided leadership. Yogi, I'm grateful for your devotion to Pachamama and to clear refinement of organizing the avenues for us to fulfill our dreams. Prism, I'm grateful for you in your lucid and practical bridging of polarities and the ability to find synergy. Tiana, I'm grateful for your highly inspired and passionate strive for nature and creative expression. Doran, I'm grateful for you, everything about you, and I have to acknowledge the source first. And I'm grateful for your embodiment of this stuff. And Daniela, I'm grateful for your magical, nurturing, elemental, medicinal offerings and devotion to the house and home and the cozy and nurtured space. And I'm grateful to myself for being strong enough to overcome fears and limitations to being building. And I'm grateful for Kaya, your joyful and devoted mission to make life fun and engaging. And I'm grateful to all of us for showing up.
Yay! Be present, people! Yay!
I wanted to throw in there. Grateful for your beaming smile, Daniela. Oh, that's right. Grateful for your like majestic pristiness. And I'm grateful for all the little dogs in the world.
Yay! We're making scratchy steak, grass-fed steak for the dogs today with quinoa. Dog party.
Pumpkin biscuits in there too.
Okay, great. Yeah, we got another little dog.
We have to have a doggy team.
Alright.
Doggy team.
Gotta have our doggy team. To set up services for dogs.
She didn't like being up there.
I love when we do that. We just go so like,
What did you say, Doug?
Oh, I just said that the dog didn't like being held up in front of the camera, but I wanted to.
Let's send everybody love to Doug and Deborah right to the screen. Healing. Healing hands.
Okay, you guys gonna close out with an ohm out?
Oh, yeah.
Place like
I love the Ohm.
Our intention for this one, may it all be easy, graceful, and fun. And may we remember that in all moments in time. And may we transmit that memory and that knowing to everyone that we interact with in our lives. Breathing all the way out. Breathing in.
Whoa!
I hope you didn't break anything, Deborah.
That was the cats. I got a cat nursery going on in my room.
All right, my family. Until next time.
This is the word.
Thank you all.
We're loving you. Peace out.
Tell
Have a great
tell
day.
every bowl holders how epic this was.
I had to leave a self-perfection meeting for this, but it was worth it. Thank you guys.
See you guys tomorrow.